Sony's coming after FromSoftware, and no, I am not happy about this. Let's talk about this real quick. FromSoftware is probably the best game developer out there right now. Now, it's debatable about what is the greatest game developer of all time, depending on which time period you're talking about, but currently, in the timeline that we sit in at this very moment, the present day, I would say that FromSoftware is probably like the best of the best. They know what they're doing, they're very passionate about what they're doing, and they're constantly creating experiences that are player-focused, not going for any sort of demographic, whether that be people that are really bad at video games or people that expect a certain genre of video games. No, FromSoftware beats to the heart of their own drum, and they're gamers at the end of the day. There's something in their sauce that definitely speaks to me and many, many others in a way that pretty much no other game series or genre or publisher or whatever seems to be able to do. Whatever they're doing and how they're doing it is working out great for them. I never ever want to see that change, but that might change now. So Sony has their eyes on FromSoftware, or specifically the parent company of FromSoftware, to which they already own 14% of. They clearly see the value in FromSoftware and its parent company, and they want more. And the reason why I am not okay with this is because not only are they doing great as it stands right now, not only would I never want to see that disrupted, but also when Sony has had exclusivity with FromSoftware, I'm not impressed. I'm not happy with how they handle the IP. I think a lot of fans can cite Bloodborne as a great example of how if Sony gets exclusive rights to FromSoftware games going forward, it could be just a bad thing. Bloodborne never got ported to any other platforms. It never even got at least a re-release on something like PlayStation 5. It just exists solely on the PlayStation 4. And yes, you can play PlayStation 4 games on your PlayStation 5, but I mean, come on. It's a FromSoftware title. It's an important FromSoftware title. We're not seeing a 60 FPS re-release of the game. Nothing. It's just kind of sat there with fans lamenting about what are you doing with Bloodborne? There isn't even a sequel to Bloodborne. I mean, it's going to be kind of hard to manage that unless they pick up FromSoftware for themselves. But even then, it's still not good because, the parent company for FromSoftware seems to foster the talent from FromSoftware very, very well. Whatever the people at FromSoftware want to do, it seems that they're able to do it. Now, if it's lorded over by Sony, there could be a lot more red tape involved. There could be any number of things. There could be layoffs, anything that could just ruin or disrupt the flow of FromSoftware and what they're doing. So I don't want to see that. I don't want to see these games no longer come out on PC because, hey, boundary break guy. I love covering FromSoftware titles on my channel, and if it's exclusive on a PlayStation 5, it's way harder to get a working camera on a new piece of hardware that is not on PC. So there's that, but I mean, on top of everything else, it's just good for gamers in general to be able to play on any platform that they'd like to. Elden Ring came out and was perfect. I mean, it would have been really hard, but the only thing that they didn't have is a Switch port. Otherwise, you could play it on, the Steam Deck, PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, even I think PlayStation 4 and also Xbox One. It was well taken care of, and it was an amazing, amazing release. My only complaint was that for some reason there was no crossplay, but that's besides way past the point of what I'm talking about here. I just think that if Sony owned FromSoftware, it would not be good. Sony has just kind of historically not been particularly mindful of its catalog of IP, to the point where they have themselves said that they don't really understand how much IP they actually sit on and can utilize. They think that they need to build more new IP. God, where's the Parappa the Rapper games? Where's the remake to Legend of Dragoon? And so many more other things like Ape Escape and all those others. They just get left in the dust. And again, I just don't see things going well if Sony gets to own the exclusive rights to FromSoftware going forward. There's too many things going right with that company right now, and to disrupt that in any way is a major threat to that. So I really, really hope this doesn't happen. I hope and pray that the parent company of FromSoftware has the wherewithal to understand that the success of these games that FromSoftware is making hinges on the relationship that they have with FromSoftware as it stands right now. That's the news I wanted to share with you. I hate it. I really hate it. I hope you hate it too. If you don't hate it, if you can calm me down, please, by all means, leave a comment. Help me emotionally get through this, as we might end up in the dark timeline now for FromSoftware. Tell me how this can be good, because I just don't see it. All right, guys. Well, anyways, if you do here, subscribe. If not, thanks for coming back. I appreciate you. All right, take care.